The American landscape is shifting before our eyes.
Race it to the top, Mike.
Big changes. Hi, Henry.
Hi, Katie.
Big challenges.
I hate to admit it, but I probably am prejudiced.
Well, I've been working on it since July, so it's been an 8-month-long process. And I had done a documentary called Gender Revolution for National Geographic because in this current landscape, I think you get bits and pieces of information, and yet it's hard to think of issues holistically, to connect the dots, to understand really these issues from the inside out.
It used to be so simple. You were a boy or you were a girl. But that was then. And this,
The next battleground, transgender rights,
is now.
Nat Geo was very pleased with Gender Revolution. I think it helped explain sort of our changing notions of gender identity to people who were unfamiliar with it. And they said, do you want to do some more documentaries or some more, a series about issues to help people understand them better? And of course I jumped at the chance because you just don't have an opportunity to do that very often in our current news landscape. And that's how the whole project came about.
In a world that's more complicated than ever.
How many of you have been chipped? That kind of creeps me out. I think we're probably more fragmented than ever and divided probably on the fringes. I think there's still, the vast majority of Americans are, I think, in the middle and don't feel super strongly in terms of either side. But I do think that we're very siloed. We've become increasingly tribalistic. We're in our echo chambers. We are not proximate to people who are different than we are enough. We're not as integrated socioeconomically, I think. And so for all of those reasons, I think that we are being torn apart. And then when you look at the news media, for the most part, you have people with one ideology getting their information from a few sources, and those of another ideology getting their information from a few sources. And everybody has a point of view. And you can see why in some ways. It's hard to not have a point of view these days and to be kind of objective in the middle. But as a result, I think everything has become a little heightened and a little intensified. So, yes, I do think we're divided. People argue that we were divided during the Vietnam War as well. But this seems certainly as bad as it was back then. I think the country, I guess, will survive. People say that. But it does feel like a very fractured and enraged time.